Hi, welcome to my channel. I'm Jen and this is Between Dragons and Pages, my little attempt at a booktube video concept channel thing. If you look in the history of this channel, there are two other videos. They're unboxings. This one's going to be an unboxing too. I'm still working up to doing like an actual book video. My setup is not. This is my crafting setup. This is how I sit when I do my craft videos. So obviously I do other content, which you'd think I'd be good at this by now. I'm not. But I'm popping on today because I ordered some goodies. One comes in a box like this, and this one is beautifully wrapped like this. Now, yes, we all doom scroll, and I'm trying to do less of it. However, this is how I find indie authors and amazing books I've never even heard of. It's how I've found the Riftlander series, first in the series of Vanished, and which I mentioned in my other videos. So yeah, we're gonna unwrap and open. I haven't actually done anything. This one is about witches. The first one I'm going to open, which is this one, is about witches. It comes with some pin badges, and I am a sucker for a pin badge. And I'm not very good at opening things, and it's very warm here in South Wales today. So excuse the shiny red face. So the first one we've got is a badge saying "Too wicked to die." That sounds interesting. Not your damsel. Old Crones Club. And Too Old to Burn. So we'll put them there. So it's got a little piece of paper. Thank you for picking my witch book. Welcome to the coven. Enjoy. The camera's that side. It comes with some goodies tucked in the front. So we have some stickers. We have You Say Witch Like It's a Bad Thing book club. And then on the back, it's got the Old Crones Club and the author's name, Jennifer Taylor Green, and a little QR code to join the club. There's two of those. So my friend who's likely to borrow this after me can have one of those. We have a little card that says Love Spells. And it actually gives you a little spell on the back by the looks of it, like a bath thing. These videos were inspired by the Bearded Book Beast, who does amazing videos when he receives content and books that he buys. So I thought I'd hop on, and that's how I started doing my unboxing videos. Oh, found another sticker. These are beautiful stickers. So we've also got an envelope with Old Crone Starter Kit. Let's have a little look what's in this envelope. Dear Initiate, by breaking this seal, you have stepped into the world of the Old Crones Club. Your path begins here. Summon the music. The playlist is perfect for unboxing or plotting a rebellion. Claim your crone name, sign the sigil, and let the magic choose you. Study the map and guide. These postcards help you survive the fairy tale. Enter the story. Open the book. Walk beside the woman who refused to be forgotten. Welcome to the coven. You are one of us now. Your sister in ink and fire, Jennifer Taylor Grey. Crone in residence. Survive, rise, write your own fate. And then obviously there's a map from the story. Is that right up there? So you've got a map of the Four Kingdoms. That's obviously in the book. And then another guide to surviving, an Old Crone's guide to surviving the fairy tale. So it's got some lovely washi tape on it, with like wings and butterflies and things. And I hate ripping washi tape. Half these things, I go to sort of doom scroll on TikTok. I open TikTok and they present me with these things, and then I buy them and I'm like, oh, okay, that's it. And I turn TikTok off. I'm getting quite good at not spending hours on it. Talking Story recently did an amazing video on about being more present and more physical media than wasting hours on doom scrolling and getting lost in the algorithm, and how we basically are baited into wasting hours of our time in these things when we could be reading fantastic stories and holding physical medium in our hands like actual books. And it really resonated with me, and I have found that since I watched that video, I've actually not really gone on like things like TikTok that much. Obviously, as a content creator for my other channel, I am on social media. However, it's a strong sellotape. However, I try to limit the amount of time, so I'm actually still doing physical things like my crafts and reading, writing, etc. I love the way these things are wrapped with the multi-layers. It's just plain black paper. So here's the book. Look at that cover. Oh, it's beautiful. Look at that cover. The Old Crones Club by Jennifer Taylor Gray. Fairy tales made witches villains, now they're taking their story back. Tibby never thought she'd end up in a prison for witches. She isn't one, or so she claims. But on her first night at the Grimm Brotherhood's Reformation Centre, she meets 4 infamous witches the world has branded wicked. As they share the real stories, Tibby begins to wonder if they're not so different after all. When the Brotherhood threatens to erase their memories and their magic, the women stage a daring escape, but freedom isn't enough. To truly reclaim their power, they must untangle the twisted fairy tales written about them, confront the men who tried to silence them, and light a fire that could spark a rebellion in a world built to turn women against each other. Tibby has to choose: stay quiet and survive, or rise and be remembered. That sounds amazing. That sounds, and I think I know a few people that would be interested in reading that. Mirror image type jobby. I really like the sound of this book. Well, I like the like TikTok trailery bit. So obviously this was a big buy. This was only, for all of that, I think it was about £13, which when you look at trad paperbacks and the prices of books at the moment, this is not bad. So, new book smell. I love new book smell. So that's book number 1. Now we open box number 2. Again, this is a TikTok find. I find in a lot of indie authors on TikTok, and I love that because so many of them obviously are pushing their content out there, and it's really easy to get lost in an algorithm. So this was a book about dragons, or 3 books about dragons. I can't quite remember. I know the author was sitting there talking to viewers, and I hopped on in the chat, said hello, and when he was explaining the story, I was like, I need to have a read of that. So we have lots of wormies, bag of Haribo. Again, comes with a pin badge, and I actually got to choose this on the live stream. He had loads and loads of badges. They're not linked to his book, they're just bookish badges. But this one says, I have no shelf control. It's not going to focus, I don't think, but I'll try and put a picture in. And I have a big board here, right by my desk, that's got covered in pins. So, a bit of a pin thing going on here. Again, this is beautifully packaged. This one's got a wax seal on it. Look at that. Again, black paper, but lots of goodies. So, here we go. This is the second book I bought, or books I bought. So, we have a thank you card for your order. Jen, thank you for choosing my books. I hope you enjoy them. Damien Buckley, who is the author. We have some dragon stickers. We have a card Last Moon of the Timekeeper, Damien Buckley. Time is an enemy we all must face in the end. For Craig, Last Moon should have been a day of quiet and solitude. When he discovers a young thief hiding from the authorities in his tower, he soon learns that fate has other plans for his day. With time against him, he embarks on a journey of reflection, tiny dragons, and a fight to the life of a boy he barely knows. A fight for the life of a boy he barely knows. Set over the course of a single day, Last Moon and the Timekeeper takes place almost a year before the events of Orchestra of the Gods. So this is the prequel. Again, we have a bookmark. Tell the truth and it will only serve to destroy them. Welcome to Rebane, a world where no one has seen the sun. The magic can tear you apart and dragons are tiny. So that's an interesting take on dragons. And again, 2 bookmarks. I love a double bookmark. The only problem is now I don't want to break that wax seal. And here are the books. So this is The Big Chonkin Boy, which is book 1. He's currently working on book 2. This is Orchestra of the Gods. Look at that cover. I love that cover. Lyanna didn't believe in the gods until she saved the life of one. When the Queen of Moranza is assassinated, an enduring peace comes to an end. Meanwhile, her daughter Lyanna has gone missing. Reports suggest she has travelled into the neighbouring country of Doan, the home of those who killed the Queen. In Doan, and unaware of her mother's death, Lyanna answers a plea for help from a dying man, unwittingly saving the god hidden inside him. Except now that god is trapped within her, fated to remain until the day she dies before passing to another. Against the backdrop of looming war, can she find a way to release the god inside her without dying? For 1,000 years, no one ever has. Damien Buckley. Now, he also signed it. For Jen, happy reading, Damien Buckley. Every single book he sells, he signs. So, here we go. That one's autographed as well. This is the book. So the novellas, they're quite short. One would say maybe a Jacob read. Last Moon of the Timekeeper. I read the blurb to you just now. And then the other novella is Silence of the Wind. How far would a father go to save his child? For Davin, family is everything. When his daughter falls ill from a rare and incurable sickness, he takes her on a dangerous journey across Doan, risking both their lives. He believes only the branding can save her, but it's not her time. Is the risk worth the journey, or should he have stayed at home and accepted the inevitable? Meet new and familiar faces in this novella set during the events of Orchestra of the Gods. So, this is the prequel. This is the main story, and this one is set during this one. That's, I like that. I like the sound of all of these. So yeah, Damien Buckley, Last Moon, Orchestra of the Gods, Last Moon of the Timekeeper, and Silence of the Wind. Comes with badges, bookmarks, all the goodies, and obviously a bag of Haribo I'm going to eat right after filming this video. Tell me, have you guys read any of these? Do you think they sound good too? Should I carry on making videos and try and be a bit more regular and up to date? I haven't done much reading in 6 months. Work has been extremely stressful, so now things are calming down. I'm trying to get back into my reading, so these were perfect little books that I could pick up and slide right in there. As you can see, I have read 1 and 2 of Dungeon Crawler Carl. I have started Dungeon Crawler Carl 3. I even designed and stitched a donut pattern, which I will show at some point. I'm into sci-fi and fantasy, so I love stuff like this. I've never I've never read Lit RPG before, so these were brilliant. So yeah, let me know what you think. Comment down below, say hi. If you want to see more of my content, hit subscribe. try and hold me accountable for more content. On that note, I will say adieu and take care. See you in the next video.